pressure cooker device. Stay with us for the details.
The first statements of Venezuela's president-elect have left the country polarized. There have been clashes resulting in deaths.
We'll be live in Caracas for an update. And here in Britain, Queen Elizabeth is set to join hundreds of mourners for the funeral of Margaret Thatcher.
And as one of Vladimir Putin's biggest critics goes on trial in Russia, we'll hear if he's worried about the possibility of serving a lengthy jail sentence.
That's on Newsday after the latest world news.
BBC News with Julie Candler. Police in Boston investigating the scene of Monday's deadly twin bomb attacks have found pieces of fabric which they say could be from a bag used to conceal one or both of the devices, as well as ball bearings and nails. Police say the bombs may have been constructed from pressure cookers. The blasts close to the finishing line of the Boston Marathon killed 3 people, including an 8-year-old boy, and injured more than 170. The FBI agent in charge of the investigation is Richard Delorier.
This morning, it was determined that both of the explosives were placed in a dark-colored nylon bag or backpack. The bag would have been heavy because of the components believed to be in it. At this point, it is difficult to determine specific components used until we can eliminate other factors which may have already been present in the environment.
One of the victims of the bombing was 29-year-old Crystal Campbell. Her mother, Patty, said she was devastated by her killing.
We were heartbroken at the death of our Crystal Marie. She was a wonderful person. Everybody that knew her loved her.
President Obama will visit Boston on Thursday for a religious service for victims of the bomb attack. A letter addressed to a United States Republican senator has tested positive for the deadly poison ricin. The letter was intercepted at a postal facility in Washington. Ricin is a highly toxic substance derived from castor beans. An amount the size of the head of a pin can kill an adult. From Washington, here's Jane Little.
The envelope was intended for Roger Wicker, a Republican senator from Mississippi. It was postmarked Memphis, Tennessee. According to the to be an isolated incident. Senators were told about it at a classified briefing into the Boston Marathon bombings. There is a heightened sense of alert in Washington after those attacks, but there is no indication of any connection between the two. All congressional mail has been sorted and tested off-site since anthrax was posted to 2 senators in 2001.
A powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake has shaken the border area between Iran and Pakistan. At least 34 people were killed by the quake in Pakistan, and the army has been mobilized to help with rescue efforts. The center of the quake was on the Iranian side of the border in the remote and sparsely populated province of Sistan-Baluchistan. No deaths have been reported there so far. Scientists in the United States have designed a new way to hold skin grafts in place by using a patch covered with microscopic needles. The needles swell on contact with moisture so that the patch grips firmly to wet skin, performing the same function as stitches or staples but causing much less tissue damage. World News from the BBC. The leader of the opposition in Venezuela, Enrique Capriles, has called off a demonstration planned for Wednesday over disputed presidential elections. Mr. Capriles claimed the government was plotting to infiltrate it to trigger new violence.
Because our path is democratic, I have made a decision. Tomorrow we are not going to march, and I ask all my supporters to stay at home. Tomorrow, nobody goes out. Whoever goes out